is Greg Ferris once again. I am currently driving home from Emporia, Kansas to Goodland, Kansas, and if you're not familiar with that, which you're probably not, is about Emporia, Kansas is about as far as east you can go in Kansas, and Goodland's about as far as west you can go in Kansas. So it's about a five and a half hour drive for me. So I figured this would be a good time for me to make a video because I have nothing else to do for 5.5 hours. And yeah, so what this video is going to be about is just kind of some thoughts, reflections that I've had the past few months. And it's going to be kind of a mix of school and training and nutrition and how it all kind of compiles, and I'll try to make some sense of it. So just kind of a vlog, guys. But really it all comes down to the mentality and the psychology of all that we're doing, of the training, of the nutrition, of all of those things. So how this relates back to school is, and just kind of a personal story. So I just finished up my third year at Emporia State University. I will have one more semester in the fall, and then an internship in the spring, and then hopefully graduate school to further study exercise and nutrition in the fall of 2014. So I'm by no means actually done with school. So just a little background. I'm not going to get like detail into my past, but I would say a year or 2 years ago, when I was a little bit younger in college, my situation wasn't ideal for the most part. And so, I actually didn't have a car. My apartment was really not very nice. I didn't have a lot of probably nice material things. But I really got into bodybuilding. That was like the thing. Training nutrition was kind of like running my life. Well, not really running my life, but giving me a path, giving me a meaning, which is something that it still does, and something that has been incredibly grateful for me. And I always kind of thought back in those days, just like suffer now and then work hard and good things will come. And I always thought that like, okay, a nicer car would bring me happiness, or a prettier girlfriend would give me happiness, or my deadlift going up 50 pounds to make me happier, or all the, a nicer apartment, all of these things, material things that don't really matter that much would lead me to a better and happier life. And I think a lot of people have that kind of mentality as well. But now, sitting here, May of 2013, so 2.5, 3 years later, I have a really, really nice apartment, especially for a college student. I feel spoiled a lot. I have a very, very nice car for a college student. I pay for it. I mean, I'm not getting much assistance from family and things like that. I have a relatively comfortable lifestyle a few years later, what I imagined. And now I reflect back on those days and think like, is this why I'm happier? Or was just kind of like my priorities effed up? Was I just kind of chasing something that wasn't really going to make a difference? And what I've came to notice, and how this kind of makes sense with school, is the same thing. Anyone that's been through college knows you have to take courses that just you don't want to be there. You have to take music appreciation, or some of the classes you're taking you don't feel like has anything to do with what you want to do in your life, and all of this stuff. So same thing, you tell yourself suffer now, and then when you graduate you'll get all this money and all this crap. And the closer and closer I get to graduation, and the more and more nice things I obtain because of just the work I put in and time, the more I realize that's not really the crap that you get that makes a better sense of well-being and you more happy or anything. I'm talking about, you can apply this across the board, with your job, with school, with training, with whatever. I'm just as hungry now when I drive a nicer car to drive a Ferrari as when I was when I didn't have a car and I just wanted something to get around in. I'm just as hungry now that I can deadlift 370 to get a 400 deadlift when I could barely pick up 225. So that pursuit's never really going to end. Same thing with school. Even with your job, you're always going to have things that you don't want to do to get where you want to get. And to kind of bring this all back to make sense is, since that pursuit's never going to end, at least for someone like myself, I don't care if I deadlift 600 pounds in a couple of months. I'm going to want to pick up 625 and a few more. I don't care if I earn $100,000 next year. I'm going to want to earn $200,000 next year. So if you have that kind of mentality, which I think is a successful person's mentality, what you have to remember is, in order to really enjoy what you're doing and enjoy your life, yes, you need to have those goals, and yes, you need to pursue them, but you need to enjoy the present moment. You need to kind of embrace the struggle at times. And how I kind of got this idea in my head was that, just being in college, and any college student can really relate to this, you always have those students who have like a countdown to the end of the semester. Heck, I was even one of them this semester. And then you have the people who are like, oh my God, I'm free, no more school, yeah. They just go out and get wasted. It's like this huge thing. They no longer have to deal with school because it's such a stressor for them. It's such a negative thing in their life. Or you can do that with anything. People do that like every Friday when they get off of work. They're like, thank God it's Friday, yeah. Now I get to relax for 2 days and not hate my life. But just think about your mentality on these things, and think about actually trying to enjoy everything you're doing. When you're training, don't think about getting really big legs, or don't think about, stepping on stage in 2 or 3 years. Just think about, feeling a squat, gripping the bar when you bench, how that feels, feeling your muscles contracting, hearing your music if that's what you're doing, enjoying your company if you're training with somebody. Same thing with school. I just got done with school. I didn't have my best semester grades wise. I did good. I mean, don't get me wrong, but not 4.0 good this semester. So definitely could have done better. But there's definitely some things that I learned this semester that I can just take with me. And there were a lot of nights doing, Chemistry 2, which is a glorified math class. It's not really a science course. That, trust me, it was almost nearly impossible for me to find too much application in that course to apply to training nutrition. But, and another point is, I didn't really like it most of the time. But now, after taking my final yesterday, I realized, I didn't hate it as much as I thought I did. And there were nights where I kind of, embraced that challenge, right? So there's always two roads you can go with a challenge. You can kind of just, mosey around and think it's going to deter you from your goals, or you could just take the opposite route and be like, all right, challenge accepted, let's see what we got, let's see how far I can push myself, so that changing that mentality, whatever it is in your life, right? I gave you an example of just building better things in your life, so maybe you're not in the best situation you want to be right now. Take that as a challenge. Take that as a challenge and embrace that challenge. And I mean on a day-to-day basis. Think about what you're doing and enjoy the challenge. It's the best way to explain what I'm talking about here. I'm kind of rambling on, but I hope someone can take something from this. Because like I said, if you're so fixated on any goal, this is life, training, any goal, and you really think that you're suffering to get to that goal, once you get there, you're just going to be like, trust me, it's going to be really anticlimactic, and you're just going to be like, crap, what was that for? But if you take just the little steps, day to day to day, and you just enjoy what you're doing, and even if those things aren't the most enjoyable processes, find the enjoyment in the challenge every single day, and you will just be amazed at where you end up. I don't consider myself, an incredibly successful person right now, but at the same time, I've accomplished, a decent amount at age 21, about to be 22 in a few weeks, and for the most part, I do set goals, but for the most part, all I really do is get up every morning and work hard at doing the things that I love, and there's always going to be things that I really don't want to do during the day, especially being in school, things like that. But again, embrace those moments and try to take the best out of them, because like I said over in this video, if your goal is to graduate and you think that 4 years of school is going to be torture, that's going to be shitty 4 years for you. But if you can change that mentality and be like, all right, Chemistry 2 is going to test me this semester. Let's see what I got. Microbiology is going to test me this semester. See what I got. I got to work a 60-hour week for a few months. Let's see what I got in me, as opposed to, God damn it, I can't do this. Oh, God, the world hates me. I just wish I had, you know what I mean? Just this negative attitude that can be applied to anything. And trust me, it'll change the way things go about. So, bringing it full circle is I don't think enjoyment and happiness is so much a product of your result, of your environment, of your situation, as much as I think it is how you feel about that, if that makes sense. So I don't think a 600-pound deadlift is going to make you happier. What I do think is going to make you happier is enjoying your deadlift sessions. I don't think getting a college degree is going to make you happier. I think enjoying those really random, weird college nights where you don't know why you're even doing this is going to make that process enjoyable and make the whole thing worthy. And then again, I gave you all these examples of how I've applied it to my life, and I literally wake up some mornings and I'm just like, how the hell did I get here? How the hell did I get so lucky? I mean, most people don't know my story, but I came from pretty freaking humble beginnings. I'm not living in a mansion right now. I'm not driving a Bentley, but at the same time, I have more than enough in my life to be happy. And it's not a result of me thinking I'm suffering. It's me a result of just trying to make the best out of every situation that I have. Because I don't care who you are, 99% of people out there, at some point in your life, you're going to find yourself in a not so ideal situation, and how you kind of think about that situation is going to make a big difference in if you can get past that, or if you just kind of sit there for the rest of your life. And I think that's a big difference on some people that, they can graduate high school and then they go to college and they suffer and whatever, they can't get past that. Or, apply it to anything. You get to a certain level of success and it's going to suck for a little bit, and the people that can, find the challenges and make them enjoyable and enjoy the process are going to have a lot more likelihood to continue pushing on than the people that think that they have to do this and that's hindering from their goals and all of those things. So that's a quick little video I wanted to make, guys. I'll probably make another one talking about some not so random things, but just some food for thought that you could probably apply to your training, to your nutrition, to your life, to anything, especially for people like myself, college students. I want to kind of get that point across with some little thoughts I had about the end of the semester. So that's it, guys. I have like 4 hours to go remaining. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to try to get a lot more footage up until then, guys. Hope you guys liked it. Share my stuff if you like my random thoughts, and check out my Facebook page and my YouTube. This is my YouTube channel. I'm rambling. I'm out.